teeth and the kidney. It's wonderful. There's a real danger here, you know, that you just get stuck in and eat dinner and forget we're supposed to be talking about it.
I think it could be displayed far better.
Last time it was better because there was much more rosemary and stuff on it.
When you see food on a barbecue, it's glistening with the fat coming out and the smell and everything, and it's missing the shine.
I agree with you. It lacks that sort of sparkle, the polish that you get from a really, you know, possibly more highly finished dish. But people are used to this, you know. What it invites people to do is to pick at it. I mean, it's a very interactive dish. Everybody can, oh, I don't like that bit, I'll have that bit. What they would be hit by is the quality of the meat.
So Michael's dish has gone down pretty well with the judges, but are his rival chefs convinced?
It's all about getting stuck in, isn't it?
It had a wow factor as well.
It's another strong dish, I'd say.
The shoulder could have done with a touch longer. If you use one of the tougher cuts, you cook it a long time, so it literally falls off the bone. And if you think of a rib normally would fall off the bone. And when you look at the amount of smoke in that kitchen, cooking for, you know, 4 judges, can you imagine trying to do it for 100? Yeah. Have a damn big barbecue, wouldn't you?
I love the lamb. Didn't sort of hit the mark for me in all of the areas, so for that I'm going to give it a 7.
Michael, for me, had one of the most beautiful pieces of lamb that I've ever tasted. I think he slightly let himself down in the presentation, but it's about the primary ingredient, so 7.
I love the family feeling of a barbecue, and I think that he did it absolutely brilliantly. So it's a 7.
It was a mountain of meat. I think in terms of presentation, maybe it was Ben Nevis rather than Everest, so I think it's a 7 from me.
Lancashire's Lisa Allen is up next, a returning champion with 2 courses already in the top 3.
You know, it's about time you let somebody else get into the top 3.
Shh, we're jinxing me now.
She's looking to score a hat-trick with her barbecued chicken, beans and bread, a no-nonsense dish she thinks will raise a smile.
Hopefully it's got a sense of humour and makes you laugh, and that's what I think you want when something goes down, is you want to be able to laugh at it, but get stuck in and then ultimately it be tasty.
It's already been tried and tested by Marcus, who scored it highly in the heats.
This is another barbecue dish. This is the chicken. I found this one a little bit difficult to carve, but I really did enjoy it.
I love the sort of cheekiness of this dish, the fact that the chicken comes in, you know, standing up, saying, carve me.
It was a fun dish, but I do think that the fun element actually outweighed probably the gastronomic element, you might say.
Lisa's textbook cooking has been watched closely by the other chefs all week, and her take on the rustic classic beer can chicken is no exception.
Bit smoky over here, Tom.
It is smoky.
What's going on there, Lise?
Smoking my birds.
Your birds. Looking good.
They look amazing, don't they?
Her bold strategy has Michelin-starred Hywel speechless.
To cook a whole bird on a barbecue is no mean feat.
But confident Aktar's playing it cool as he susses out her simple dish.
They're standing up there, you just want to have a conversation with them, don't you? Probably put a little head on there.
Hopefully it'll make them laugh, and then it'll be tasty, I hope.
She's serving her chicken with chorizo beans, tear and share bread and loaded potato skins, a new addition she hopes will demonstrate her skill, with a beer bottle of gravy designed for sharing.
Did we get more beer?
Yeah, just a bit.
It's going to be a boozy one today, isn't it?
And beer's not the only bribe she has up her sleeve.
They're going to fight over who does the wishbone.
I hope so. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's great. Okay, the way it's looking at me, to look at them, please. Thank you. Help yourself. Thank you very much.
Lisa's convinced she's nailed the sharing brief, but does her dish have the flair to keep her in the top 3?
She's done it again. Another good one. Got you worried? This is the standards right up there, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
She's made the other chefs nervous, but will the judges think it worthy of a place on the banquet menu?
Oh, look, that looks much better.
She's taken out the wishbone, clever girl. Always makes carving much easier. Marcus, breast or leg?
A bit of both, please.
You are an awkward fellow.
I think we'd all like a bit of both, mate.
It's like gravy for you.
Thank you.
Bread, anybody? There we go. Feels lovely.
No, I thought this looked great when it came in because it amused me as much as the first time. I love the way it stands up there.
It looks lovely, rustic and friendly, doesn't
Yes,
it,
it
really?
does.
I do really love the skin of the baked potato. It has that sort of crunchiness of really good crackling, that earthiness of potato. It reminds you of a family feast.
I sort of feel it's style over content. I think the quality of the chicken's very nice, really well prepared. I don't think there's a sense of occasion to it. I don't think the sort of wow factor is there.
I must admit that I don't think it is gastronomic enough. I think this is good Sunday lunch.
I think it's Sunday lunch. I think you've hit the nail on the head.
And, you know, I'd be very happy to have it for Sunday lunch. I think the potato, the mash is very slightly over-seasoned.
I really enjoyed it the first time round. She's made some changes with the potato. Chicken, for me, is a little bit dry. But then I agree, it's a special occasion. It's not quite there.
You know what I think is the best thing about this?
Bread.
Is the bread dipped in the gravy.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure that bread dipped in gravy is quite the dish I want as a main course for the people's banquet.
Not the kind of comments Lisa's used to. Will she meet her rivals' expectations?
Most people have enough trouble cooking a sausage on a barbecue, let alone a whole chicken.
It's an interactive thing, isn't it? You're in there ripping it apart with your fingers and thumbs.
Here's a grill.
Which man now?
Excuse me. Oh, cheers, Paul.
What are you wishing for?
No, I don't know.
Will Lisa's wish come true?
It was very agreeable, it was worthy, it was decent. But was it stunning? Not really. So I think it's only a 6 from me.
It's a pity it was gravy, not beer in the bottle, but I'm giving it a 6.
Lisa has only impressed in this competition. The first 2 courses, absolutely amazing, but I think she chickened out on this dish, not having the courage of her conviction, so it's a 6.
Loved their dish when she did it for the heats, but today it was nowhere near up to standards of Lisa Allen, and I was a little bit disappointed. So for that, I'm going to give her a 5.
Three dishes down and the tension's building, especially for last year's main course champion, Tom.
How do you feel about your pork dish?
It went as well as in the heat sweep. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah.
Jason marked it a 10. We'll see if Marcus and the judges like it as much, and who knows?
4 pork dishes, you know, it could be pretty tight, pretty close.
On a positive side, though, pork's never been on the Great British menu.
Yeah.
So that means that we might be in with a chance.
Having been placed 4th twice this week, Paul Ainsworth knows his pork dish has to hit the mark.
Got to get a top 3 spot today. Got to.
Get
running out of chances.
Running out of time.
We're
Aren't
there
we?
already, aren't we?
First-timer Paul is next into the kitchen, up against self-taught Aktar Islam, another newcomer.
Main course?
Main course. Yeah.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
First 3 are strong, aren't they?
Very, very
Amazing.
strong. How's that make you feel?
Yeah, nervous.
Paul's cooking first and looking to turn heads with an ambitious piggy platter using 4 different cuts, including pig's ears, served with 3 different side dishes.
I think it really does have the wow factor in the ingredients that I'm using on it. I'm hoping it's a top 3 spot, definitely.
But I think here what he was trying to do was to impress us with his technique. I think he completely forgot about the sense of occasion.
This is such an exquisite bit of cooking. Everything tasted different and everything tasted good.
But.
But.
Okay, are we going to say, yes, we want something that's fun and getting it involving, or are we just going to sit back and say, oh, yes, we just love the skill?
Come on, you answer your own
I want to have
question.
fun.
I have.
Answer your own question. Which do you want?
I want both.
Exactly.
Paul knows he must deliver both today and has adapted his black pudding sausage roll and added pigs in blankets to his technical platter.
So do you think this is the year for pork then?
Yeah. And I'm hoping it's mine.
He's been chasing Aktar's heels since day 1, as Michael's keen to remind them.
You guys were, tied 4th on the first round, and then you just nudged ahead yesterday. Are you going to get the comeback today, Paul?
That's my plan.
You know, Paul's just had 2 4th places. They're great results, but he's just missed out in those top 3s. It's a real tough thing to have to go through.
Having last year's champion Tom eyeing up his pork dish only adds to the pressure. And they're all wondering if he's bitten off more than he can chew, perfecting clotted cream mash, black pudding sausage roll, pigs in blankets, chops and crackling has put him behind schedule.
Paul, you're 7 minutes late, you know that?
Rather send it out right though, you know what I mean?
Ignoring the clock, He throws some lettuce leaves into a pan with peas and bacon to inject colour. Dresses the plate with vibrant pea shoots and finally gets it to the pass.
Sorry I'm late. A little disappointed I ran over a bit, but at the end of the day I'd rather send it good or not at all.
Now that's what I call a pig dish.
Oh, it's black pudding, sausage roll.
Marcus, do you recognise the level of skill?
Yes, I do. When it arrived, it looked stunning. It was pretty breathtaking. You can see this, definitely see the skill of the chef. But what I really like is that it looks great on the plate.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different elements that have all got to be cooked separately. Can you do that for 100?
Yes.
In advance.
Have you tasted the crackling, Matthew?
Oh, that is absolutely divine.
I think the black pudding is absolutely fantastic.
No one eating this dish could feel anything other than spoiled, because each element of it is delicious.
Matthew, I agree with you, but this is quiet spectacle. This is very polite. I'm still looking for fireworks and fanfares and roll of drums and...
Right.
Yeah, steady.
You've got it.
Actually is a dish to share. There's no sort of involvement in it. It's all done for you.
I disagree. You've just about got brilliant execution in front of you, and you want more.
Marcus, look, you don't have to defend the dish. We like it.
So Paul's pork platter has caused a bit of a stir. Will his fellow competitors feel the same way?
Well, I'm going to use fingers in the spirit of the occasion. Oh. Oh, yeah.
It was fantastic.
Any left? I have to say we're up against here, you know what I mean?
What do you think to that?
I think it's beautiful. It's exactly what I would love to eat. You know, love eating. You know, see a potato. If there was enough of it, I'd just wrap it up and go to sleep in it. It's just stunning.
I'm not quite sure if it's street party. You know what I mean? It's slightly more formal. I think it's a much more formal style.
Top 3?
Yeah, this could get in the top 3. Good luck with your pork. Yeah, thanks.
Oink.
Well, here was Miss Piggy dressed up in all her finery, and I think she'll be going to the banquet. Particularly if I give her an 8.
I loved it. I thought it looked fantastic. It could have been a little more dramatic, but since I don't know how to make it more dramatic, I'm giving it an 8.
I think if you'd scale that up for 100 people all the way along one table, I would have given it a 10, but as it is, it's an 8.
I thought it was an absolutely outstanding dish. I thought he'd executed it brilliantly well. I was very impressed. I loved it. I'm going to give Paul a 9.
Paul's technical tweaks have improved his dish. How will self-taught Aktar fare in comparison? Riding high on yesterday's fish results, he sees no need to change his main course.
If it's already perfect, why mess with it?
He's confident his slow roast shoulder of lamb with cashew nut gravy, which scored a 9 in the regional heats, should be a shoo-in for a top 3 ranking today.
I would love to see some Indian food in the final of the Great British menu.
If it's anywhere near as good as it was in the heats, he could be looking at 2 huge results here.
Would he be able to even maintain the same standard?
If he does it half as well as he did before, he's probably in with a chance.
The expectations are high. Can Aktar match them? His marinated and slow-roasted shoulder depends on perfect spicing. Having also cooked lamb, Michael's keen to get the measure of his self-assured rival.
What's the marinade, Aktar?
I've got raw papaya, garlic and ginger paste. We've got Kashmiri chili, we've got cumin, coriander, garam masala. I mean, I got a really good score from it last time. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a good score again.
May the best lamb win.
Despite a patchy performance in the heats, which saw him late to the pass twice, today Akhtar's taking it all in his stride. And his self-belief seems to have the others rattled.
The smells coming off that is amazing.
As he plates up his lentils and cauliflower in new shiny copper bowls and finally gets the lamb out of the oven, Paul can only look on nervously.
That smells amazing.
Hope it tastes amazing. That's the beauty of slow roasting.
It's a cooking technique usually confined to the winter, but one Aktar thinks perfect for our summer banquet. His lamb goes on to its special serving dish and it's ready to meet its fate.